What's up, guys? So today we're talking about Devil May Cry, but we're talking about Devil May Cry 5 in two different ways. Where first we're talking about the fact that the first playable demo and public stuff is going to be shown during Gamescom this year, and we're also going to be talking about the leaked rumors, or whatever you want to call it, about the pre-order bonuses, but we're not going to be talking about what those are saying, because quite frankly, I don't think those are true. And what we saw in this article about what's going to be happening for the game and how they developed it, we're going to be talking about what I personally would like to see as the pre-orders based off what we know off of this. So now, let's talk about this article and about what it says about the upcoming Gamescom. Capcom recently held a stream in Japan via Capcom TV, and the subject for this event was upcoming character action sequel Devil May Cry 5. Several tidbits of information were provided, chief among them an announcement that Devil May Cry 5, due in spring 2019, will be playable by the public for the first time very soon. Much to the chagrin of North American or Japanese fans, this is going down at Gamescom later this year, which takes place annually in Germany. This year's event is set to run from August 21st to the 25th, so book your traveling accordingly. Japanese gaming site Game Talks reported that on the stream, and thanks to the power of Google Translate, we can pry a few details out ourselves. Once again, Itsuno confirms that this is a direct sequel to Devil May Cry 4, and development is taking place in Osaka. The Devil Breaker, which Nero, who once again is the main character, now uses, not only provides similar functions to the previous game's Devil Bringer, but can also transform and be ridden, among other things. Nico, the new mechanic character is the granddaughter of Neil Goldstein, who created the ebony and ivory guns Dante is famous for. She created the Devil Breaker, which is noted to be fragile and disposable, implying she's around for repairs and even replacements. Also, there's a fun bit about the outfits in the game being made in real life and scanned to model for the game. Now that last part about the outfits being scanned from real outfits and being put in the game that way, that is what excited me the most, because this, yes, we're getting the demo in like a month and a half. It's going to be kind of exciting to see how the game's going to look and how it's going to play. I'm really hoping it does kind of keep as close to the traditional formula of the first two Devil May Cry games as close as possible, but I do understand times have changed. They might go with something else. You never know what they're going to might do. So I really hope it stays like a traditional Devil May Cry game, but at the same time, I just hope it runs solid and flawlessly. And I do think that this game will end up being Game of the Year contender for next year, because it launches in spring 2019. So that's going to give everybody, like, I guess you could say 8 9 months at most to play the game. That's a long time to get to play the game, to be able to see it and compare it to other games that come out next year. And it could be Game of the Year potential. I'm not saying it is, but it very easily could be. And now let's talk about the pre-orders. So it did say at the very bottom of the article, this will be in the description if you want to read it yourself, but it says that the outfits are being scanned into the game because they're real outfits. So that leads me to think that maybe one, we'll get merchandise for the game that could make cosplaying like perfect. I don't personally cosplay, but that could be cool for the people who do. And it also leads me to think that maybe we could get a jacket or something, or gloves, or a gauntlet. You never know, for a pre-order bonus. You know, the last couple pre-order bonuses for Devil May Cry have kind of sucked. You know, for one of the games, all it was like, you know, DLC codes and then a necklace. That's kind of boring. And then for Devil May Cry 4, it was just kind of the worst pre-order stuff you could absolutely get. You got a disc that said, "Hey guys, this is how we made the game. We used a computer." And then the other thing that came with it is, if you lived in Europe, an art book. If you lived everywhere else, it's just like the first 2 episodes of the anime. It wasn't that exciting. They pretty much used the pre-order bonus for Devil May Cry 4 to just get you to go buy the anime so they could make more money off of you. That was pretty much it. But I'm really quadruple levels of hoping that this time, since pre-orders are a lot more important now than what it used to be, that we could get something cool with it. Like I was saying, we could get a gauntlet. Maybe we could get a replica of his arm. If we got a replica of his arm, that would be really cool, because the replica arm you got with Metal Gear Solid 5 was a really popular item. It just sit there, it looks so cool. But this thing looks way cooler than Snake's arm. I don't know why I'm pointing to it when I'm just gonna put a picture of it here. I don't know what I do half the time. But hey, That looks really cool, and that could be a really cool pre-order bonus. Another thing that'd be a really cool pre-order bonus is an actual statue. I mean, yes, the arm would be considered a statue, but it'd be really, really cool to have a dedicated statue to the game that you can only get through pre-ordering it. Because there's a lot of games that have statues, but you can buy them outside. And Devil May Cry, traditionally, the statues have always been stuff you buy, like, outside of the game. You buy them on eBay, you buy them on Amazon, GameStop, Capcom's website, wherever, but it never comes with a pre-order bonus for it. And you know, one of the things that makes pre-order gaming cool right now is all the statues you get. The Witcher 3, one of the most sought out statues of all time. It's pretty much confirmed Cyberpunk's gonna have a statue, and all these other games are gonna have statues, so why shouldn't this game have a statue? Personally, I would be okay with a $300 pre-order that gets the arm, a statue, and a replica of his shirt. That would be cool. That would be really, really cool. But realistically, what we'll probably get is either, you know, the arm statue, or maybe a character statue, or maybe, or just maybe if we're lucky, we're gonna get a couple DLC codes and a disc telling us how they used the computer to make this game all over again. That's probably the most disappointing pre-order I have ever had in my entire life. Which is why, if you haven't noticed, I'm kind of a little bit annoyed at that. That was just a waste of money, such a waste of money. I should have just got the regular edition of the game. That wasn't even worth it for the extra money. Yes, I know it really didn't cost that much of a difference, if that much at all, but hey, it costed gas money. It costed gas money. As more information comes out about Devil May Cry, we will be talking about it. Devil May Cry is another PlayStation 2 classic, and what am I known for on this channel? Talking about PlayStation 2 classics. So what we're going to be doing moving forward is, like I told you guys the other day, remaking Jack videos and bringing in new PlayStation Classic news, because even though this is on Xbox now, I do still consider it a PlayStation Classic. So that being said, I hope you're excited for this game to come out. I know I am. I'm gonna have so many pre-orders for it if it becomes like a really cool pre-order bonus, because some games with the pre-order bonuses, you'll get like 1, 2, 3 different things depending on what you pre-order. Like for Yakuza 6, which is the latest big pre-order that I got, it was for the version I got, which is $90, it came with 2 shot glasses, coasters, and an art book. But for the $60 version of the game, you got a steelbook art book case, which was really cool. So I ended up getting it twice just to get that little steelbook. So if this ends up getting, you know, some pretty cool pre-orders, I'll pre-order this multiple times for, you know, depending on different things. So it's really an exciting time in the world of retro gaming right now, because this is not only a really big deal that Devil May Cry 5 is coming out, but if you've been playing Devil May Cry for a really, really long time, ever since like back in the PlayStation 2 days, it's even a bigger deal. And with that being said, this video is a little rushed, so I do apologize for that. But with that being said, my name is CRUZANDO, try not to die, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.